Cartoon characters may seem larger than life, but many of them were inspired by real people. Which ones? You'll have to watch to find out. Cartoon characters based on real people gets deep, fat, fried.
Deep, fat, fried.
TJ, are you fucking Donnie Darko or evil Spider-Man with this hair look right now?
I don't know. You know,
evil Tobey Maguire Spider-Man hair.
It's a very, very mad world. Look at you, TJ. Cut your
It's at that awkward
hair.
length where it just doesn't want to do anything.
I have nothing. There's nothing good I can do with this. So
yeah.
It's called a haircut,
No,
TJ.
I just noticed. I was looking at you and I was like, you know what? It's kind of working. Like evil Tobey Maguire dashboard confessionals hair is kind of working for TJ.
Yeah, you know, whatever. Anyway, cartoon characters based on real people. So here's one. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Gross, dude.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I'm strong to the finish, 'cause I eats me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Dude, look how ripply and muscly he is.
Look at that shit.
No.
Fuck with those forearms, dude.
No.
Popeye rendered into a real fucking human being is a terrifying sight to fucking behold, dude. This like photorealistic Popeye shit.
He's old man ripped in a very disturbing way that I don't like at all.
Popeye has weird muscles because his biceps are fucking tiny, but whatever the fuck this shit is here is fucking gigantic.
His forearms, even his hands. He's got giant hands.
I wouldn't mess with a fucking creature that looked like this. I wouldn't fuck with that. That ain't right. That ain't good.
Hell no, dude. You fucking take your hand and do like this.
So this is the guy Popeye was based on.
Uncanny.
This is a rare photo of Frank Fiegel, the real-life Popeye. So,
dude, is this fucking real?
It's real. The scrappy seaman, Popeye, was created by cartoonist Elzie Chrysler Seeger in 1929. Elzie grew up in Chester, Illinois, where a man named Frank Rocky Fiegel also resided. Unlike Popeye, Frank was a bartender instead of a sailorman. However, Frank had more similarities with Popeye than differences. Frank had a jutting chin, strong frame, constantly smoked out of a pipe, and was known to often get into fistfights.
Damn. That's like a pretty fucking cool dude.
Yeah, so this guy was a bartender back in fucking Chester, Illinois, where the cartoon...
Did he laugh like...
I seriously doubt it, because those sorts of embellishments, I imagine, were added once Popeye transferred from cartoons to... I mean, from you know...
Comic
strips to actual, cartoon
Dude,
media.
You know what this picture makes me realize?
What?
Popeye could have like a horror reboot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They did it with the banana splits. Why not fucking Popeye, you know?
Come visit old Popeye. Don't let him eat the spinach. Don't let him eat the spinach.
Hey, Popeye. That Popeye guy's an interesting character. Little piece of advice. He's an interesting guy. Got some interesting stories, but don't let him eat any spinach.
Don't let him have the spinach.
Yeah, don't have the spinach after midnight, dude.
If he eats the spinach, well, it's best I not tell you what's going to happen. Just trust me. Don't let it happen.
I'm not fucking responsible for what happens if you give that man spinach. Because he looks like he was a terrifying human being to be around.
Yeah, I mean, like, look at that, like, sucked in, like... Plus, this dude has a penchant for getting in fist fights. So basically, like, this dude's like an irascible bartender that, like, if you fuck him over, like, you don't pay for a drink in a timely manner or whatever, he's gonna thonk you on the fucking head, dude.
Yeah.
So, yes, dude, back in the day, that's how you had to be, TJ. Someone tried to fucking stiff you for a drink, you beat the shit out of him.
So,
that's how you dealt with your problems.
This is pretty much the only fucking known confirmed photo of this guy. There's also this dude who was not the basis for Popeye, but often posed as Popeye. There's been some. This photo is actually circulated as a Frank Fiegel photo, but someone did research. They discovered this is actually a photo from the Imperial War Museum of a British sailor that highly resembled Popeye. His photo is listed in the museum as a leading stoker nicknamed Popeye, with 21 years in the service, fighting aboard the HMS Rodney in 1940. So this guy was an actual sailor man. He went by Popeye. He embraced the whole Popeye thing, obviously, as you can see here, him just like pretty much posing as Popeye.
Why the fuck not? Popeye was like a huge fucking cultural thing back then.
Right. And, you know, if you're a fucking sailor man or whatever, you know, yeah, that's like the most famous character based on your profession probably at the time. Probably still to this day.
Fucking Popeye.
Is there a more famous sailor character than Popeye to this day?
No.
I don't think there is.
I can't think of any.
Like maybe like a pirate, like Blackbeard or something.
Well, you know? I feel like a pirate is separate. I mean, a pirate obviously is a sailor, but like, you know,
that's the, you know, it's a technicality then.
But you know, yeah, I mean, like,
I guess have to argue the technicality.
But like, as someone who's just like, I'm a sailor man, I'm in the fucking Navy or whatever the fuck, you know.
Not really.
Dude, by the way, there's some hilarious Popeye propaganda from World War II and shit.
Is there? Like Popeye's like, kill the Japs.
Yeah.
Smoking on his pipe. Toot, toot.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it.
I mean, I know. I've seen that kind of shit. There's some fucked up fucking, I mean, like, Bugs Bunny got in on that shit. Fucking Daffy and Donald Duck got in on that fucking war propaganda
I love
shit.
the Donald Duck shit. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I expected it out of the rest of them, but it really hurt me when Daffy like betrayed his own kind and started doing it too. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Daffy, dude. A duck of color. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Becomes yet another mouth of the U.S. war machine.
Yeah, just another useful idiot. Oh my goodness, tell me it ain't so, bro.
It is so. This is Ursula, the sea witch villain of 1989, I think's Little Mermaid.
Dude, I think I know who she's based on.
You do?
I'll try and guess.
All right,
and you tell me if I'm right.
Guess.
Divine.
Yep. Absolutely correct. This is how Divine inspired Ursula the Sea Witch. Michael Eisner, Katzenberg and Michael Eisner to move across the country and write lyrics for the animated feature film. The studio was reeling from its own expensive bomb. I think that was probably the Black Cauldron, yeah. Disney at this point was kind of like on the outs in the animation market. They were actually getting beat by other studios. An American Tail was a huge hit, and their movies were bombing. Black Cauldron was bombing. Oliver and Company. Just like Disney was releasing bombs at this time.
Black Cauldron was, I would not say it's a bomb, though, TJ.
It was definitely.
I would say it's a treasure. A national treasure. You don't even know what you're doing,
Sadly,
TJ.
Divine, real name Glenn Milstead, didn't actually get to bring Ursula to life. He died shortly after the release of Hairspray in 1988. That said, everyone who knew him said he would have loved the character. So yeah, they basically, if you guys don't know Divine's probably most famous for eating dog shit in that movie. What is it called? The John Waters film.
Fuck. God damn it, TJ. Ursula is inspired in both appearance and demeanor by drag legend John
Waters' music. I'm trying to figure out the name of the fucking goddamn writers of this shit. I'll just read the whole.
The Little Mermaid.
Revelation begs the question: how does a character based on a poo-eating, ultra-profane cult movie star wind up in a Disney movie? The missing link, according to a new article in Hazlitt, was Howard Ashman. Ashman was the playwright and lyricist responsible for Little Shop of Horrors. He also came up in the same Baltimore, D.C. gay scene as Divine. And basically, they wrote Little Shop of Horrors. Disney tapped them to write the music for like all the movies that came out in like the Disney Renaissance era. So that's like Little Mermaid through like Beauty and the Beast or whatever the fuck, or like Aladdin or whenever the fucking
well, I'll tell you what, Disney was on point then.
Well, they really needed to be because they were getting their ass kicked in the fucking market. Now, obviously, Disney owns half the fucking world, so they don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, they're garbage now.
Here is a clip of Divine, though, so you can kind of see the similarity.
Lesbian. Yes, I have done everything.
Does blood turn you on?
It does more than turn me on, Mr. Vader. It makes me come. And more than the sight of it, I love the taste of it. The taste of hot, freshly killed blood.
Could you give us some of...
There you go.
So, in other words...
in the past, I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. Yeah.
Yeah, in other words, she was awesome.
Yeah.
Just like Ursula.
Divine was cool. Here's another one. It's Butters. The naive, optimistic butterscotch of South Park was based on the show's animation director and producer Eric Staw. Or Stowe.
So this guy is the real Butters?
It's Butters.
This guy is apparently the real-life Butters.
Cool.
Oh, my God, man. What a fucking nightmare.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker were annoyed at Eric's goody-goody personality and reluctance to offend. This is a very strange guy to be working on South Park.
Gee, guys, that episode, that's going to be a little offensive.
Eric especially irritated Matt and Trey during the many hours in studio working on South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Matt and Trey then decided to base a character on Eric to mock his anxious, kind, profanity-avoiding behavior. Butters' first big role in the show was in Season 3, Episode 8, Two Naked Guys in a Hot Tub. This was the first episode. Butters had substantial dialogue and was an important supporting character. The nickname Butters evolved from Parker and Stone calling Stowe Little Buddy for about 3 years. Over the show's many seasons, Butters has become one of Matt and Trey's favorite characters. They try to use him as much as possible. They especially enjoy him when he is paired with Cartman to better contrast the polar opposite characteristics. Here's Matt Stone and Trey Parker explaining Butters.
Is there a basis for the Leopold Butters Stotch character?
Yes, he's here today. Yep. He's the animation director of South Park, Eric Stowe. Right. And it was always Matt making fun of him that sort of, and we started calling him, he's our buddy, he's our little buddy, he's our Butters, who's my Butters? And then he became Butters. And we're like, we're going to put you in the show, Butters. Yeah, and he's like, well, you better not, I'll get awful mad.
He's here. He's sitting. He's here. He's still trapped out on the
real
horse.
Butters is here.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Yeah. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. The fucking...
I like them both that you're like, oh, God, is that really... You're really going to ask me that?
So basically, like, the origin of Butters is just like they were fucking with this dude that worked with them because he's like a little goody two-shoes, like, aw, gee, shucks kind of guy. And they're just like, you know what, fuck this guy. Let's fucking put him in the show. Let's fucking make fun of his fucking values and personality.
Oh, no, I got to know this one. Oh, my goodness. Look, I've been asleep for most episode, TJ, but now I'm awake. Oh, my goodness, I'm awake.
God damn.
Finally, some of interest.
Oh, God damn. Not based on one person, but based on a few different people.
So this is kind of a cheat,
sort of a composite.
Dude.
Yep.
She's a fucking Frankenstein of like a bunch of different
I mean,
broads.
Did you really think there was going to be some broad that fucking...
Yes.
Yep.
For a second, I did.
Sorry.
And you baited me.
So this is the actresses who helped Disney create the ultimate male fantasy. That was the inevitable given the genre of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, 1980s homage to film noir. A brooding style... We know fucking film noir is. Jessica is the ultimate male fantasy drawn by a cartoonist, Williams told the New York Times. I tried to make her like... Rita Hayworth. We took hair from Veronica Lake, and director Robert Zemeckis kept saying, what about the look Lauren Bacall had? So basically just like kind of composited from a bunch of classic beauties and shit from like the golden age of fucking Hollywood.
Cop out, dude.
The choice of inspirations here is telling. Williams mentioned 3 actresses, each of whom starred in at least one classic film noir. Hayworth, for example, is most remembered for her roles in the films noir Gilda and The Lady from Shanghai. In the former, she plays a lounge. I mean, you know.
Yeah, we get
classic Hollywood fucking beauties, all from fucking various film noirs. But, you know, none of this explains where they got them fucking big old titties from.
Yeah, where's them big old Smilkies
Because ain't
come
none of
off
them women, ain't none of those. I mean,
Rita Hayworth had some big old titties.
Were they Jessica Rabbit big, though? Was they out there like the fucking...
No.
Buzzy, Dizzy, Flaps, and Ziggy, the lovable vultures from the 1967 film The Jungle Book, were not only inspired by the Beatles, they were supposed to be played by them.
Oh, dude, the Beatles backed out on being in a fucking...
Yeah, they could have been in The Jungle Book, man.
Were they just like too offended by how dopey these fucking birds look?
They were like, they saw the birds, they're like, I don't want to do it, John.
Fucking way, mate.
The storyboard here makes them all look incredibly stoned.
Yeah, they all look high. I think I even see smoke lines coming out. Like, whoa.
Well, yeah, dude. George is smoking a cigarette.
He's got a cigarette.
Oh, yeah, a cigarette.
Of course, yes.
A green cigarette.
Here's some more concept art here. Richard and Robert Sherman, 2 of Disney's top songwriters. If you have heard a song in a Disney film or a Disney theme park, chances are it was written by them. Convinced producers and Walt Disney to hire the Beatles for the Jungle Book. Everything was in place. The deal was made. George, Ringo, and Paul were excited to be a part of the film. However, John Lennon was adamantly against it, stating, I don't want to do an animated film. This was 3 years before the Yellow Submarine. Who the fuck says no to a Disney animated feature and then goes and does some piece of fucking cheap crap like the Yellow Submarine 3 years later?
John Lennon.
God damn you, John Lennon, you stupid fuck.
Hey, dude,
Imagine
he was a
I'm
genius.
not a moron.
He was a genius at about like music and shit, but like the guy was not a genius at animation. You can't fault him for that shit, dude.
Yeah. With John's protest, of course, the deal fell through because he was the best Beatle. Let's be real. Even if he fucking missed the mark on this one.
Wrong.
Wrong. All right, who you got?
Wrong.
You gonna fucking
Paul
McCartney? No.
The enduring Beatle, the only Beatle that's still making anything that's worth a shit, the one that's outlived all the rest of them.
John was
the one
shot,
that's not
okay?
Ringo Starr.
But unfortunately, he's a clone, though. Remember?
Yeah, and he's not. He's dead. He died a long time ago.
He died in the 60s.
Paul, dude.
I mean,
you know Paul is the best.
You just
Look
like
at
him because his name is fucking Paul.
No, I
No.
because of that.
I'm
and
noticing a
other
fucking
things.
trend. Paul Atreides. Dune's the best book ever, man. Paul Atreides, bro. You know who the best Beatle is? Paul. Paul.
Paul McCartney, best Beatle easily. John.
Point out another example.
I know why your fucking last name is Ego. I know.
My last name is not Ego.
It is. It is.
Paul Ego.
It's McCartney.
Yeah, here you
The
go.
Vultures.
The Vultures. Whoa. Disney ultimately kept the Beatles-inspired designs for the Vultures. Disney's like, all right, fine. Well, you're not going to play them, but we're going to kind of
Fuck you. We're still going to make the Beatles.
Walt Disney changed their song, That's What Friends Are For, from being a 60s rock to a barber shop after the deal fell through because they didn't want it to be, they didn't really want, I guess they probably didn't want to fucking get sued or anything.
Well,
by
if they had the Beatles behind them, of course, that's a different.
So the Beatles were replaced vocally by a bunch of fucking people you've never heard of. J. Pat O'Malley, Lord Tim Hudson, Chad Stewart, and Digby Wolfe.
Digby Wolfe.
So I have a little bit of something here about it.
Crazy. I was fortunate enough to be asked to be a voice of one of the vultures.
Kid, we'd like to make you an honorary vulture.
It was, I have to admit, probably not my thespian prowess. It was probably that I was semi-famous and came from the north of England. They couldn't get the
Pretty short fucking... falling pretty short of the Beatles. I don't know what you're semi-famous for, but...
It's Chad Stewart, TJ.
You ain't no fucking Beatle.
Well, I mean,
Chad.
Yeah. Chad Stewart, TJ.
Fuck.
They had to settle for the B squad.
So that's no big
Of the
deal
West
today about the
Chester
Beatles.
Stewarts,
Then
dude.
it was a really big deal. So it had a little extra for us when we watched it in the 60s. Today, that doesn't register, but the character does.
Haven't you got
Glenn,
some
what was that guy's name?
Haven't you go? What?
They couldn't get the Beatles, so
Yeah, so they had to
they had
settle
to
for
settle
us.
for the B squad.
So that's no big
Say,
deal
where's this
today
guy you
about
wanna
the
say?
Beatles. Then
This
it
guy
was a
here,
really
he's-
big deal. So it had a little extra for
Yeah,
us.
get to
when
the
we
one
watched
that's
it
talking
in the
right here. He has a
60s. Today, that doesn't register.
What?
Oh, shit,
What?
Father situation.
Hey there, Glenn. Are you still working as an animator? Maybe you give me a fucking job or something.
Aminator.
I really use a little
You know
cash.
that's how you fucking say it.
Want to make me an intro animation?
The real-life inspiration behind 13 of your favorite Simpsons characters.
Oh man, say it ain't so.
Moe, based on comic Rich Hall.
I mean, how much of this is just like rumor, and how much of it is like?
Rich himself said back in 2007, I suspected that Moe was based on me because I used to write with George Meyer back in the day. He was one of the original writers on the show. Matt Groening was a fan of my stuff. Other people said, you look and sound just like Moe. Then Matt confirmed it.
It's Moe, dude.
So this guy says
that Matt Groening said that he's Moe.
All right.
Oh,
Boom.
okay. Well,
I mean,
fucking shit.
If Matt Groening has said it, then fair enough. I mean, fuck. You can't get it more official than that.
Mr. Burns, based on two business tycoons, John D. Rockefeller and Barry Diller. the former head of Fox Broadcasting.
I know that this isn't true, dude, because Matt Groening told me that Mr. Burns was based on me.
Damn.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Barney was based on a 1950s comedy character from the Jackie Gleason show named Crazy Guggenheim, played by Frankie Fontaine.
So that's not like, he's not based after a real person. He's based on a
character.
It's based on another
character from another show.
Well, close enough. Frank Grimes, based on Michael Douglas and Falling Down.
It's a character.
Whatever.
Based on a character from a movie.
Oh, you fucking cocksuckers, man.
Boo.
Defense, dude. Defense.
Defense, bro. Apu, based on Peter Sellers and Brownface. I mean, come on.
Another character, basically.
What's not to love? What's not to love?
The brown face.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Troy McClure, based on two B-movie icons. The ultimate Simpsons B-movie star, Troy McClure, is a combination of real-life B-movie actors Doug McClure and Troy Donahue. Thankfully, Doug wasn't offended. His daughter told Simpsons producer Mike Rice that her father was a big fan before his death in 1995, and that she and her sister would often call him Troy as a joke.
Huh?
Homer's voice was based on Walter Matthau's voice. Not really based on Walter Matthau.
Just his voice.
But took a little voice.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Wow. Wait
Shocking.
a minute. Mind fucking blown here. Mind blown. Are you serious? Never in a million years would I have known. Chief Wiggum, based on American actor Edward G. Robinson. Hollywood great. This was even joked about on the show itself, especially in the 2008 Treehouse of Horror XIX, which I guess is 19, when Wiggum and Robinson's ghost accuse each other of being ripoffs. Dr. Nick, based on Elvis's controversial doctor.
Cool.
The dodgy quack doctor was heavily based on Elvis Presley's longtime pill-dispensing Dr. George Nicopolis, who became a controversial figure due to the King's ultimately fatal use of prescription drugs. Seems like that happens to a lot of these super famous rock star fucking types, you know? Happened to Michael Jackson, happened to Elvis. Didn't it happen to Prince, too? They all have some fucking shady-ass doctor on the payroll that's basically just a pill dispenser.
I think Prince OD'd on heroin, if I'm correct. But maybe it was something else.
I mean, this one, even they know.
Yeah.
Even they're just like, yeah, I mean, come on, no shit, Sherlock. Krusty the Clown, based on, by the way, if anyone's just listening, Rainier Wolfcastle, based on Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know if you know that.
No shit, yeah. Clearly.
Krusty the Clown, based on a real-life clown. Which one, though? Which one? A clown named Rusty Nail, a.k.a. James Allen, a frankly scary clown he used to watch as a child. Who used to watch? Oh, Matt Groening. Meanwhile, Krusty's backstory is based on that of legendary U.S. comic Jackie Mason, whose father was an Orthodox rabbi. Bumblebee Man is based on this real-life Mexican TV star. You may actually think Bumblebee Man, a.k.a. Channel 8B, a tad absurd, but he's actually based on a real Mexican TV superhero known as El Chapulín Colorado. I probably pronounced that horribly. A.k.a. the Red Grasshopper. The show was huge in Mexico and ran for 8 seasons till 1981. Star Robert Gomez Bolono? I can't do it. Died at 85 in 2014. Poor bastard.
Poor son of a bitch.
Well, he's dead now. Fuck him.
What about the ultimate meme? Shrek.
It's fucking Shrek.
Shrek's one of the most popular fucking characters in modern culture. Appearing in several films, books, plays, and most importantly, memes. Shrek is all ogre the place.
Whoever wrote that should be shot.
Shrek's appearance was based on Russian professional wrestler, the French Angel, Maurice Tillett.
Oh my fucking God, no.
It's Shrek, dude. It's fucking Shrek. Don't fuck with Shrek.
You know what's fucking shocking is this dude has like kind of shockingly small hands for that big, meaty fucking head of his.
You don't want to have those hands around your neck, though, TJ.
I would say not. Tillett has exaggerated bodily features because in his 20s he developed acromegaly, which
we've talked about acromegaly people before.
Yeah, we have on one of our fucking deformities episodes.
Yeah,
which causes the body to produce too much growth hormone. Yeah, he's pretty fucking horrifying looking fucking dude. He looks like a horror monster, really.
Yes.
It is reported that animators were at the York Barbell Museum when they saw a sculpt titled Death Mask of Maurice Tillett, the Angel. After viewing the strange sculpt of the giant deformed wrestler's head, the animation team found inspiration for the onion-loving ogre, Shrek. So this is the bust that inspired the animation team to give Shrek his iconic fucking appearance.
Damn. I would never thought that was the origin of Shrek.
Yeah. Here's the dude.
Oh, dude, now
full
you can
body.
really see it.
You can really, I mean, like, all you got to do is add the little deedly wops to his fucking head and paint him green, and that's fucking...
that's Shrek.
You pretty much arrived at Shrek at that point. Yeah, this dude was a fucking a French professional wrestler.
So wait a minute. This poor bastard probably got made fun of his whole life.
Yeah.
And then he croaked, and then years later, society brought him back to make another fucking run at making fun of him and made him a giant meme.
Yeah.
Wow.
He lives on even in death.
Did the world wipe its ass a little harder with this poor fucking bastard here?
And here he is actually doing some wrestling. Maurice Tillett, the French Angel in Barcelona, Spain at the Price Theater in 1948. There is no sound, so don't concern yourself with that.
It's probably better there's no sound.
So let's see him in action here. Seems pretty fucking slow and ungainly.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just French wrestling in the 1940s.
Let's see.
Oh, wow.
Throw
These
you
moves
down.
were pretty fucking dope, man.
Whoa, he threw... Okay.
The hip toss.
I lock up his head. I push him against the rope. Throw him. You're going to throw him on the ground again?
Oh. And now he's gonna...
Oh, no. He's getting punched now.
He's laying into him.
Couple of quick jabs to the face. Oh, and he pushes him away from the corner.
He's giving him the business.
Pile driver.
No, nothing, man.
These guys, these athletes, man. Dude, I could do this. I should have man, I missed my calling as a wrestler in the 1940s. All you had to do is like... there's like no athleticism. It's just like you just gotta look fucking like a big bruiser and go
Yeah, the sport was still developing.
Yeah, the sport was still
but
developing.
then you had to like have this dude slobber on you too.
Yeah, you probably didn't make too much money either. I mean, I got to imagine this guy was a draw just because of how weird he looked.
You had to go to sleep at night with this dude's like face in your recent memory. You know what I mean?
I guess he won.
Yeah, I win again.
Shrek wins again.
Shrek wins again.
Not a very exciting match, but at least we got to see him do something.
But that was the basis for Shrek. All of your meme. Every time you fucking look at a Shrek meme, you're looking at a fucking meme of this dude right here.
What's his name? Maurice Tillett.
Maurice fucking Tillett.
The real life Shrek.
Real life Shrek. And that's been real life fucking inspirations for some of the fucking most classic cartoon characters to ever, grace screens big and small. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time for more deep, fat motherfucking fried.
Deep, fat, fried. Deep, fat, fried. Deep, fat, fried. Deep, fat, fried.